In every century, rulers rise who believe destiny chose them. Some build nations, some build legacies, and some leave only ashes. In the 1500s, a queen came to the throne of England with a holy mission. She would restore faith. She would cleanse her land. She would force God back into a kingdom that, in her eyes, had betrayed heaven. History remembers her by a name she never chose, Bloody Mary. To some, she was a martyr's executioner. To others, she was a defender of tradition. To her enemies, she was fire-given flesh. This is the story of a woman born into greatness, broken by power, driven by belief, and remembered for religious terror. This is the story of Queen Mary I of England, the queen who ruled without mercy.
Mary Tudor entered the world in 1516 as the precious daughter of Henry VIII and Catherine of Aragon. She was not born into shadows. She was born into light. England celebrated her birth. Church bells rang, royal banners flew. She was raised with scholars, taught Latin, French, and theology, trained in music and diplomacy. She was not treated as a princess. She was treated as a future ruler. But royal glory is fragile, and in the Tudor court, affection could turn into a blade overnight. Henry VIII wanted a son. Catherine gave birth many times, but sons did not live. When the king's patience died, his love followed.
A father becomes an enemy. Henry VIII didn't just divorce Mary's mother. He destroyed her existence. He severed England from the Catholic Church. He crowned himself head of the Church of England. He erased Catherine from history. And Mary? Mary lost more than a mother. She lost her title. She lost her legitimacy. She lost her safety. She lost her identity. The future Queen of England was declared illegitimate. She was no longer Princess Mary. She became simply the Lady Mary, a royal orphan, still alive, already erased. Henry demanded Mary abandon Catholicism. She refused. He demanded obedience. She resisted. The result? Isolation, humiliation, fear. She was barred from seeing her mother. She was denied religious practice. She was psychologically broken. And inside that broken child, something began to harden. Faith forged in pain. Mary watched her mother die alone. She watched her faith outlawed. She watched prayers replaced, priests silenced, churches emptied, men hanged for belief. She learned something terrible. Religion was no longer sacred. It was a weapon, and she promised she would use it. Mary didn't want compromise. She wanted restoration. She believed God had chosen her to heal England by force. Betrayal of the crown. When Henry died, Mary hoped restoration would come. But the throne passed to her sickly younger brother, King Edward VI. Under him, Protestantism exploded. Catholic Mass was eliminated. Images destroyed. Doctrine rewritten. When Edward fell ill, Protestant nobles betrayed Mary. They placed 14-year-old Lady Jane Grey on the throne. Mary became a hunted woman. But she did the unexpected. She stood her ground. She rallied supporters. She raised banners. She marched. And London opened its gates. Mary took the throne in 1553, without battle, without blood. For now.
Fire as policy. The woman who entered the city in royal color would soon paint it red. Mary's first act? Restore Catholic rule. Second act? Undo every reform. Third act? Punish. Beginning in 1555, Mary hunted Protestants. She built execution lists, clean names, pure charges, public sentence. The weapon of choice? Fire. Over 300 men and women were burned alive. For belief, for refusal, for scripture, for standing. Some were elderly, some were children, some were pregnant. Witnesses described screaming, skin melting, smoke choking prayers, the smell of burning faith. It became known as religious genocide. England began to fear sunsets because fires rose after dark.
A queen without limits. Mary believed suffering purified souls. She believed torture saved. She believed fear brought obedience. But fear doesn't create faith. It creates resistance. Her streets filled with whispers. Her court filled with enemies. Her reputation darkened. The name spread. Bloody Mary. She didn't deny it. In her mind, she wasn't cruel. She was righteous. A marriage that damned her. Mary married Philip II, a Catholic superpower, a Spanish king, a foreign ruler. England panicked. They feared becoming a Spanish colony. They feared wars not their own. They feared loss of identity. And they were right. Philip dragged England into war. Funds vanished. Armies failed. Then disaster. England lost Calais, its last French territory. National humiliation. Mary wept. She knew her people hated her. She knew history was turning. The ghost child. Mary wanted a child, a Catholic heir, a living victory. She announced pregnancy. Church bells rang again. But her body betrayed her. No child. False symptoms. False hope. False crown. Twice. Her womb stayed empty. Her future died without breath.
Decline of a queen. Disease spread. Economy collapsed. Protests grew. Religious fires lost power. Execution lost meaning. She was alone, hiding, weak, ill. She died in 1558, uncelebrated, unmourned, and the throne passed to her Protestant sister, Elizabeth I. In months, Catholicism was crushed. Mary's work vanished. Fire died. Protestantism triumphed.
History's judgment. Modern historians agree. Mary's reign failed. Her persecution failed. Her alliance failed. Her revenge failed. She burned people, but couldn't burn belief. She executed bodies, but created symbols. Every flame produced martyrs. Every death multiplied rebellion. And in the end, she lost everything. A queen remembered by ash. Mary wanted to rule faith. Instead, faith ruled her. She dreamed of obedience. She created resistance. She wanted legacy. She became a warning. Mary I did not protect England. She traumatized it. She did not restore religion. She radicalized it. She did not preserve power. She lost it. She ruled without mercy.